Hey girl, hey, welcome to my channel. If you are new, hi baby, I am Fancy. It is so nice to have you, and we are back with another reaction video. Ladies, first and foremost, thank you so much for your support, thank you so much for your love, and thank you so much for sticking in there with me as I transition into additional content. It's not new content, it's additional, because your girl's gonna still come with the dating, I'm gonna still come with the finessing, the sugaring, and all of the things. But also, I do understand how serious it is to warn you girls about certain things, and then why not incorporate some reactions. So I am so grateful. But I did want to get into some of the comments. Majority of you girls, like always, y'all are supportive, and I'm just so thankful. But then we have a few naysayers, like, okay, so Fancy, so what are you trying to say? That we shouldn't sugar anymore, or we shouldn't finesse, or like, what are you saying? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, babe, so if that's what you were able to comprehend from my reaction video last time, then yes, I'm saying that you are not in the headspace to comprehend the simplest things, so you don't need to date anymore. What I was truly saying within that video was to be careful. What I was truly saying is, ladies, if I'm living in this neighborhood, okay, this gated community with these beautiful homes, and I'm a homeowner, and you, girl, you want to move into the neighborhood. If I know the tea about what's going on in the neighborhood, regardless of good, bad, ugly, or sad, if I say that I care about you and I say that I mess with you and I don't tell you about the ugly side, then baby, I'm not preparing you for the break-ins. I'm not preparing you for, the bad things that may happen or may occur, and I'm setting you up for failure. Sis, everybody's not meant for the lifestyle, and I don't even want to push anything on you. I'm simply sharing what is truly going on and what you can expect and how to prepare yourself. So ladies, in this video, one of the girls suggested us do a breakdown of Diddy and Cassie, and I thought it would be an amazing story that highlights how these men with money and power can be very dangerous. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to sit pretty, get paid, and live a privileged lifestyle through Christ, we would love to have you. Definitely check out our Patreon, where the girls are over there becoming the total package. We would love to assist you on your level up and finesse journey. We are almost at the end of our month, and the girls are saving, okay? For the month of November, they have saved almost $500. Almost $500. We are in the gym. We are feminine and fit. In addition to that, women who read live softer lives. So babies, we are truly absorbing all of the necessary resources to be successful, to be better women, and to truly put us up, in that kept position. In addition to that, we do have a Bible study glam chat that we do every Monday, and a Bible study live and uncut chat that we do every Thursday. So those are 2 days a week where girls are linking up to fellowship, to read their Bibles, to really study and share different things that the Holy Spirit may put on their heart. We're able to pray for you, all of the things. So ladies, we have a little bit for everyone. We would love to have you. But as for right now, let's get into this video.
So we're going to be talking about Clive Davis, the man behind the monster P. Diddy. Let's get right into it. About the accusations made by Cassie directed at Diddy. Cassie was suing Diddy for an undisclosed amount for the trauma she went through in the relationship with Diddy for over a decade. Even though many people had suspicions that Diddy was a sinister guy, there wasn't anyone in the industry really pointing fingers at Diddy until now. Cassie came out and accused Diddy of not only R-wording her and putting his hands on her, but also she claims he turned her into his own personal love slave. Cassie claimed that Diddy would routinely have her participate in what he called freak-offs or FOs, where Diddy would allegedly have Cassie hook up with hired men he made her get off the internet. She alleges that Diddy during these FOs would just sit in a corner watching and keeping his hands to himself. Cassie claimed that Diddy had her on heavy amounts of substances to be able to participate in these freak-offs. While the world was shocked and was expecting Diddy to finally pay for his sins, this wasn't at all what happened. Within 24 hours of the media reporting on Cassie filing the lawsuit, Diddy reached out to Cassie, deciding to settle the lawsuit out of court for an undisclosed amount. It is rumored that this undisclosed amount could have been upwards of $50 million. Usually, lawsuits never end this quickly. This is unheard of, especially considering what Cassie was accusing Diddy of. Even though Diddy denied doing anything to Cassie, he decided to give her money to shut her up. Immediately, this told me that Diddy was definitely guilty of what Cassie was accusing him of doing. Why else pay her to shut up? It also confirms to me that what Cassie had revealed to the world was only the tip of the iceberg, and what she has stashed on Diddy is much, much worse. Cassie was with Diddy for over 11 years, and she saw the truth behind Diddy. She saw all of the sick demonic activities Diddy is into, activities that she herself was a victim of. Just imagine the amount of dirt she really has on Diddy. With all this being out there, it still appears that Diddy is going to slither his way out of this one, and by next month, this story would be water under the bridge, especially when you realize just how powerful Diddy truly is. The day that Cassie's lawsuit hit the news, TMZ reported that a source in the NYPD confirmed there were case files on Diddy, indicating that he was being investigated for an SA case. People assumed this was connected to the situation with Cassie. Not long after TMZ reported this, they retracted the article.
Okay, quick side note. So, obviously, we know the type of women that Diddy is attracted to, and Young Miami happens to not fit in what he traditionally, messes with. And so, not to mention that he doesn't even like women like that. He has a thing for men. So, with Young Miami being in the situation that she is, everybody thinks that Miami is living that life. If Diddy did this to other women, you would have to, and you can only assume that he's doing it to Young Miami, but because she is a pygmy and because she rather have something than nothing, especially dealing with a baller like Diddy, so she's gonna stick beside her man.
Man,
Yes,
look at the screen.
that's mine. And,
And,
I'm gonna stick beside him.
and that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
And that's what I'm trying to prevent you girls from doing. I'm trying to make sure that my girls, the girls over here with me, I'm trying to make sure that you have your own. You're already used to the lifestyle. So when you do come across money like Diddy, you know you can come across other money like Diddy that's not going to put you through this. So let's continue.
Article and reported that the NYPD denied any allegations that they were investigating Diddy. Almost like the NYPD themselves are afraid of Diddy too. This tells you the amount of power this man truly has. He can make criminal investigations disappear like some sort of magician. I'm actually surprised nothing has happened to
He not
Cassie.
the only
She
one who
actually
can do
filed the
that.
restraining order on Diddy after they broke up, and I believe this is what might have kept her safe. I'm not saying Diddy cares about a restraining order, as he's a big bad wolf, but Diddy knows that if she were to be taken out or go missing, he would be the first person people would look at due to his restraining order. Same
And
thing that would
would.
happen if Diddy decided to take Cassie out today. Everyone will point their fingers at Diddy. So if Diddy is planning on getting Cassie out of the picture, he is going to most likely do it like it was done to Kim Porter. He is going to
Right.
wait a few years and then take her out when no one is expecting, blaming it on substances or maybe even pneumonia since it worked for the last problem. Diddy is truly a monster and represents everything that's wrong with the music industry. What most people don't know is that Diddy actually had a mentor that molded him into the monster he is today. Most of you should have heard about the powerful music executive Clive Davis and his contribution to hip hop. Clive Davis was behind artists like TLC, Whitney Houston, and Brandy. Back in the 90s, Clive Davis actually signed Diddy to a label deal for.
Okay, and so some of y'all was like, that's why I don't deal with brothers no more because of that stuff. But you would deal with a man that looked like him. Surely would. That's your type. That's my type. That's my type. Right. Okay.
Bad Boys after Diddy convinced him that hip hop was going to be the next big mainstream music. The story goes, Diddy was fired from Uptown Records and was looking for a new home for his record company, Bad Boys. This is when Diddy ended up meeting Clive Davis, who decided to fund Diddy's Bad Boy vision, taking Diddy under his wing and mentoring him. After becoming Clive's prodigy, Diddy became the mega hip hop executive and mogul he is today, reaching heights he wouldn't be able to without a man like Clive Davis behind him. Now, the industry for many years has been talking about this meeting between Diddy and Clive Davis, claiming that Diddy did way more than just show music to Clive. According to many in the industry, it was believed that in the 1994 meeting, Diddy actually got on his knees for Clive Davis and did some extracurricular activities for him. It is also alleged that Diddy would then end up secretly dating Clive during this time for 5 years. For years, this has remained an unconfirmed industry rumor that no one really had any proof of for the longest. Well, that all changed back in 2013 when Clive Davis himself wrote in his memoir that he was indeed a bi man who was into men and women, openly confessing that he had secretly dated many men within the industry. This, for most, confirmed the rumors that Diddy had to pay a dark price for his success. It appears that Diddy learned all of his dark.
He done dated many men in the industry. So imagine men that aren't in the industry that engage into these types of rituals and these initiations for success within their careers and their businesses. Girl, and then young Miami over there, just happy to be with Diddy, and oh, he flew me out for $1 million, and baby, I don't care the price.
Shady tactics from his mentor Clive Davis. Clive Davis took advantage of Diddy, just how Diddy takes advantage of artists today. Some of you should remember the allegations made by Jaguar White against Diddy. She claimed that a former lawyer who worked for Diddy had revealed to her some very disturbing information. Wright said that Diddy had a meeting with singer and New Jack City actor Christopher Williams about possibly signing a demo deal. The attorney in question needed to get approval for some paperwork and went to Diddy's office to speak with him. Jaguar claims the lawyer said the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. When she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing a little extra for Diddy. This story by Jaguar Wright, although unconfirmed, was believed by many as they don't put it past Diddy. What gives this story more validation is that Jaguar isn't the only person alleging that Diddy was into these kind of activities. Exhibit also seems to confirm that Diddy gets down like that, even claiming that Diddy took him to a male gay club to party. Another person who accuses Diddy of these activities is a comedian by the name of Fat Drew, who previously told a story that is very similar on a podcast. According to this comedian, he walked in on Diddy during a Miami party while he was spooning with another man by the name of Felix the House Cat.
Is there anything that you want to talk about that
I want to talk about.
you want people to know about?
I don't know if the story that I have about P. Diddy is a thing.
Oh, I love it.
You think it's something
We did talk about it on the show, but you told us off the show.
Should I just tell you?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'd love to. I mean, listen, this isn't alleged because it happened.
No. So nothing alleged about this.
Okay.
It is a legend. I went to a party on Star Island in Miami where P. Diddy has a private residence. I had no business being there. I was with a famed house producer who was the party.
Sure.
And I will keep his name out of it because everyone there was taking ecstasy. It was basically me and like beautiful like ethnic models, like kind of stumbling around. It's like, it's all like my man is telling me that like, every third person is some executive, got behind the scenes guys who I don't recognize.
It's a high end crowd.
Very high end. No joke. There's maybe 100 people. I mean, it is intimate.
It's a serious.
I have
serious
no business
party.
being there.
Sure.
I'm trying to find the bathroom. I can't find the bathroom, and I just kind of like go down a flight of stairs, and now I'm in like inner windings of the mansion. So I get lost, and I'm in like maze of rooms.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for the bathroom, the door, and in that room there are a bunch of men. And they're all kind of like very like Romanesque, like laying about and kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other.
Okay.
It was very like
regal lounging.
very erotic.
Okay.
Erotic.
Yeah, like the drawings you would see of like old Greek.
Yeah, so I look, I'm there for a very brief amount of time because clearly I'm not supposed to be in there. And I look, who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat, famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, it is.
Basically spooning each other. I swear to God, they're basically spooning and they're drinks of Hennessy. And they're like sharing it, passing it back and forth.
And everyone's talking.
And everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
As soon as I see them, I'm like,
all men though. There's not one woman in this room.
all men. And
Yeah.
the minute I make eye contact with him, a gigantic bouncer comes over and says, get the fuck out.
Are you nervous at all in like a Breaking Bad kind of way that maybe people were going to be sent to your house or something? Like
100%.
Because I'd be a little nervous.
Now, what I'm doing to combat that is by talking about it publicly on podcasts.
Yeah, because this will come back.
Right. Because I'm most safe if I talk about it publicly.
That's so crazy.
Right.
As you heard for yourself, this comedian Diddy was spooning with another man. He even claims that he is now in fear of Diddy's retaliation. Even a popular Vine creator claimed to have had a relationship with Diddy very pressed. Jay Versace claims that Diddy had invited him to his mansion at the heights of his career. Jay made these allegations under a post that showed women jumping on Diddy's massive outdoor bed, where Jay claimed Diddy had him bent over that same bed. It's clear to me that Diddy learned these activities from Clive Davis, who was the one who initiated him into the industry. Something else that Clive Davis seemed to have taught Diddy is how to get rid of artists that become problematic. Some people online believe that Clive Davis took out some of his artists that he was having problems with, one being Whitney Houston. It's pretty much well known that Whitney Houston passed from substances, but according to some people online, this wasn't what happened at all. Some people believe that Clive had Whitney taken out for his benefit, as Whitney was aging out and being replaced with a younger artist, Brandy. People believe that Clive had people go up to Whitney's hotel room and take her out, making it appear like a substance-related situation. This theory was actually backed up by an investigator who claims Whitney was taken out by high-end dealers who she owed $1.5 million to. This investigator claimed he found defensive wounds on Whitney, stating it was no way she took herself out. What's even stranger is that when it was reported that Whitney had passed, they told Clive Davis, who was hosting a pre-Grammy party at the very same hotel Whitney was found in. Clive was alerted about Whitney's passing before the party began and still decided to host a massive party, almost appearing like he was celebrating the fact that she had been taken out. What makes this entire situation even stranger is that 2 days before Whitney had passed away, she crashed an interview between Brandy and Clive Davis, handing Brandy a secret note. No one knows what this note stated, but it is believed it was a warning to Brandy to watch out for Clive. I think I should take a deeper look into what happened to Whitney. If that is something you guys want to see, comment Whitney below.
Wow.
Whitney wasn't the only artist that passed mysteriously while being signed to Clive Davis, as Lisa Left Eye Lopez also passed mysteriously while being signed under Clive. Many
Might as
people
well
believe
throw
what
in
happened to
Aaliyah.
Lisa was for sure linked to Clive. If we look at Diddy, he seems to have the same problem. His artists and people around him seem to pass away mysteriously, just like we saw with Biggie, Kim Porter, and even what's alleged he did to Tupac.
Sorry, I'm a little upset about it because Al B. Shore just came out of his coma. I've been talking to Al. We've been texting back and forth, and I'm just glad that he's alive to text. But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, Al B. Shore, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee. He was there from the very beginning. She's Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al, and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting? Heavy D was fed face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia.
It's obvious to me Diddy was taught everything he knows by Clive Davis. These disturbing tactics were passed down to him by this exec. So when we look at what Diddy is accused of doing to Cassie, we know where it comes from. Diddy sold his soul years ago in that office to Clive Davis on his knees. Clive made him a monster and taught Diddy the evil that he's using today. The evil that Cassie and many others have to deal with. Cassie isn't the only girlfriend Diddy had that has come out and exposed him, as another secret girlfriend by the name of Gina said very similar things about him. Gina claims that she had a secret relationship with Diddy while he was with Cassie. She claims the same things Diddy did to Cassie, he also did to her, claiming that Diddy would routinely put hands on her and much more. He even claimed that he tried to force an abortion and tried to pay her off to do it. Gina came out and claimed all of this way before Cassie, but it remained under wraps because of Diddy's power. Diddy has so much power, and we have been seeing him demonstrate that power. Nobody except for DJ Academics has really been talking about Diddy in this Cassie situation, and I believe Academics is only covering it because he is scared of Diddy after he came at him a few times over his beef with Saucy Santana. Ak even claims that Diddy invited him to a party where Ak thought Diddy was trying to set him up.
Real talk, I think Diddy tried to line me on some Tupac shit. Like, yo, real talk. Like, I think Diddy tried to pack me. Yo, I can't wait to tell you you. So the other night, Diddy out here doing some, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. So anyway, we trying to find somewhere to go. They say, yo, call come in and say, yo, Diddy sent a personal invite for a big act to come pull up with him. I'm like, yo, out a back door, but it sounds like a front door type of thing. Like, yo, this is mad direct. Like, yo, tell Playboy to come party with me. Like, hold on now. Like, hold on now. You get what I mean?
It's obvious that Ak is speaking out to keep Diddy from coming after him, as he knows that Diddy would look suspicious if he takes Ak out right now after he was talking about him. Diddy is showing his gatekeeper power right as this situation is happening. In my opinion, I still heavily believe this is only happening to Diddy because he tried to stand up to the elite. Like I mentioned in the last video, This all started to happen to Diddy after he decided to sue Ciroc for racial discrimination back in July of this year. He then sued the parent company that owned Ciroc, Diego, for what he alleged was unlawful retaliation, claiming the company was after him, trying to ruin him after this disagreement. While Diddy is extremely powerful.
Exactly. When they go against the elite or people higher than them, that is the only time that stuff starts to surface. Like when it came to Bill Cosby or R. Kelly, when something's gonna leak, when you don't no longer want to be with them anymore and you want to get out, or when you come against them. That's it. And Diddy was trying to come against people who had power and influence like him. So that's why Cassie's coming out. That's why other people are coming out. And it's making a difference now outside of any other time. So he got to get it together.
And connected, those who own Diego are the ones above him with way more power. This
Right.
entire situation is a battle between a gatekeeper and the real elite of the world. I believe this situation is only going to get worse for Diddy unless he decides to back down in the fight with the elite. Another person who recently had a battle with the elite was Kanye, and we all saw how that ended. Kanye fell back in place, apologized, and went back to business with Adidas. If Diddy doesn't do the same, he would end up in jail or worse. For the longest, people heard rumors of Diddy's evil, but now these rumors are being confirmed, and Diddy is finally being exposed. We are seeing the magnitude of Diddy's evil and just how far he is willing to go. It's being alleged that he held Wale over a balcony for doing a song with Cassie. It was also rumored that he made Kid Cudi's car go boom for dating Cassie. All of this shows how Diddy gets down in the industry. Diddy's evil can be traced back to the man who created him, Clive Davis. This is the reason he does what he does, and it is the reason he is allowed to be one of the biggest gatekeepers in the industry.
Okay, so ladies, that was obviously a lot. When you deal with these men, you have to understand to be at a certain level, these people who have power, whether they're known or they're behind the scenes, if they have any type of money, that long money, especially the money that can get them out of anything, then they did it in a heinous, demonic way. You must move differently, especially when it comes to these men that have power and that can pay to basically have you unalived. So that's all I was trying to say. I'm super thankful that I got to share this video with you girls, because I don't stay in the social media, the gossip rooms, and I don't stay in the drama. I don't stay in the mess. I don't follow celebrities. I don't follow people's business. Recommend any a movie series, any kind of anything. I will react to dating. I will react to these love at first sight, all of the things, anything that you feel like can help the girls that I can dive into, I'll do that. As far as the reaction, I'm probably going to come with a story time next time, because these reactions are still kind of new and I want to see what works, what doesn't work, and I want to see I want to kind of mix it up. I kind of want to mix it up. If you have not considered joining the Patreon, please do. We are so excited that it's getting closer to the holidays. It's nothing but shopping going on this weekend. It's nothing but dates being secured. We're having the allowance talk with these men. We are identifying the profiles. This profile, and this profile. Out of these three guys, which one would you match with? Which one would you decline, and why? Because some of the men that I see y'all match with, in their profiles already, they don't qualify. So I'm trying to make sure that the girls are where they need to be. So yeah, ladies, I do hope that this brought some insight. And baby, do what you do because you're grown. Do what you do because you're grown, ma'am. Do what you... I'm not the one. I'm not gonna sit here and beg you. So do what you do because you grown. So I love you girls so much, and like the video if you want to. If you don't, Yahweh love it. So listen. So y'all take care. Bye.